Hello, welcome to another episode of My Journey with Organon. So today we are going to discuss aphorism number 5. I am Dr. Ravina and
Myself, Dr. Mithilesh.
so we are going to discuss aphorism number 5. Now in this aphorism, our Master Hahnemann has explained the point that we need to consider while taking case and treating a patient. So we'll see what our master has to say. Many of my friends and relatives ask me this question, that why homeopaths ask so many questions, why they want to know about our daily routine, why they want to know about habit, and why the history taking is so much lengthy sometimes. So this is the reason why we ask you so many questions sometimes. So first of all, we will start reading aphorism number 5 and then we'll discuss one by one.
Yes. So let's read it. Aphorism number 5, Organon of Medicine. Useful to the physician in assisting him to cure are the particulars of the most probable exciting cause of the acute disease, as also the most significant points in the whole history of the chronic disease, to enable him to discover its fundamental cause, which is generally due to a chronic miasm. In these investigations, the ascertainable physical constitution of the patient, especially when the disease is chronic, his moral and intellectual character, his occupation, mode of living and habits, his social and domestic relations, his age, sexual function, etc., are to be taken into consideration.
Yes.
So this is aphorism 5 for us. Here master has given some guiding points about case taking, which include we have to find what excites, what maintains, or what is the cause of the disease, and what things we need to consider while case taking, which help us to find these causes.
Right. As we have discussed previously that in aphorism number 3, so in aphorism number 3 there was a 6 number point that we have discussed in detail. That point says that as a physician, if you want to achieve ideal cure, you must know what are the exciting causes, what is the obstacle to cure. Exciting cause, maintaining cause, or fundamental cause can be obstacle to cure, or a maintaining cause can be an obstacle to cure. So first of all, to remove that, we must know that what is something that is keeping the disease there. So here we have 3 causes basically: exciting, fundamental and maintaining cause, generally, which is not precisely given in this aphorism, but yes, togetherly we have these 3 causes and we need to work on it to achieve permanent and ideal cure. So to understand these causes, Hahnemann has explained some points and we need to consider these points because we need to find out the causes of a disease, like whether it is maintaining or which cause is sustaining a disease condition.
If we want to understand it, we may follow this example. Like I have a patient whose chief complaint is of formation of hives when she exposes herself to the cold environment. Basically, she has this complaint, or she has this tendency of formation of articulated type of rash or hives type of rash whenever she exposes herself to cold environment, or someone if someone scratches her, or he or she scratch herself, and then there is development of hive like rash. So she is like has that tendency with her. Also, she has suffered from a recurrent colitis in the past, and she worked as a mediocre in medical healthcare facility she works at, and she has an habit of nail biting. So, so nail biting could be a maintaining cause for her colitis, you could say.
Recurrent colitis.
But like habit, if you consider the habit and living mode of living of that lady, it could be because of that reason. Could be. So this
Yes,
condition
absolutely.
may act as an exciting cause for her colitis.
Even I have a patient, and she used to come to me. She had uterine issues, I mean, complaints which are related to uterus, particularly. And she also used to complain that I'm feeling a generalized weakness on and off, like so frequent. So I took the whole history, and she didn't confess anything in first meet, but on a second meet she told me that I only sleep for 5 hours. My sleep is not getting completed, and I do not even sleep in the afternoon, and I do not get enough rest. That is what my conclusion is. And throughout the day I have so much work that I do not get a time to sit for 5 minutes. I'm constantly working, and because of this busy schedule, I think this daily routine, or there is something in her routine which is maintaining a state of a disease. We would not say that yes, this is the cause of a disease, absolutely not, but yes, this particular habit or this particular schedule is the reason that is maintaining a particular disease. So we did a correction, we had a proper counseling about it, and now she's getting a proper sleep, and she's getting better with the medicines and diet and regimen. Absolutely.
Yes. So prescribing a similar medicine, without knowing these obstacles is a challenge. It's
Absolutely.
like if you want to truly know how the disease has begun and how it has progressed and how you are going to cure it, to know the exact total picture of the disease, you have to know the person also.
Yes.
So what this person is, what is his behaviors, what is his social background. So these are the things Hahnemann also has given here, that etc. Means like these are not only conditions which we are going to look at, but other aspects
Maybe
of his
it's
life,
daily routine, everything.
yes, which bothers him or which is straining him, stressing him so much that he get prone to some kind of situations and which make him sick. So we are going to treat his sickness, right? So that the disease will get treated. So to know that, we must interrogate him
Yes.
for these conditions, especially helpful in chronic disease, because in acute conditions it is quite obvious. Some causes are quite obvious. You can find out easily that this is the cause of this, or this may be this may be the condition because he get ill. But in chronic diseases, you have to investigate such things because they are overlapped.
And many times the person does not know that yes, this could be the reason,
Yes.
and how can I avoid it. So he needs guidance over there. And sometimes it happens, as Hahnemann has mentioned the word occupation. Yes, absolutely, there are some diseases which are directly related to the occupation. Like we have a patient in our clinic, or there is one relative of mine. He used to work in a company of making camphor products. So he used to get a rash on his hands because he and he did not throughout his period he did not use any gloves.
Yes.
Over the period of time he left that company, but because of these gloves, because of not taking a proper not choosing to wear gloves can hamper your health. So there were some rashes on his body, and it happens because, and there is no reason why that person is reluctant to not wearing those gloves. Sometimes wearing those gloves for 24 hours also becomes a problem. So yes, definitely a disease condition is something that we are going to work upon with a proper homeopathic medicine, but that doesn't mean that we do not need to correct it. We must correct it because this is necessary. That is what our master is trying to say.
You have to consider it.
Yes.
Yes. And another one example of my patient is, it's like he came to me with gastric complaints, but while investigating I found out that he has gone through some rash, facial, he got eruptions on face, on over his hands. And when I asked him that how he got cured of that, he told me that after suffering from that rash like for 7 to 8 months, he got to know from his family physician that like someone took interest, that investigated, his family physician investigated that his daily routine. He asked him his daily routine, and he discovered that he was doing some homemade jewelry work at his home, and to stick those jewelries he used some liquid which has some vapors in that liquid, and those vapors causing him that skin irritation. And when he stopped that work, he got automatically cured from that. So some causes or some but because this is why we have to find the cause.
We have to
find the
we have to reduce the source.
Yes, and we have to consider all these conditions which relate to the person.
The factor of susceptibility, which we are going to discuss forward, it is going to be there. So yes, now we are just discussing about the
fifth aphorism.
The points that we need to consider. So here we consider his occupation, mode of living, habits, his social and domestic relations, his age, sexual functions, etc. So yes, and there is one beautiful point about this aphorism is when patient comes to a homeopath interviews the patient completely, and a homeopath respects all the point that he is sharing. I think we must respect their decisions, and yes, of course, I think a guidance, they need guidance here, and because of this I think this is what I have observed in my practice, that I remember patient from his story, from his beliefs like morals, and you get connected to the patient. You know what will work for him, what will not work for him, and the patient choose to share every aspect of their life in a second meet or in a second follow. This happens. This happens, and even means many of my patient and friends and relatives have shared their experience that yes, when we take a treatment, while telling a whole case history, we also find that yes, this is something I did wrong, this is something I need to be corrected, because we are so much busy in our lives that we do not have a time to look into the whole day of mine and to investigate my routine,
introspect ourselves.
Yes. So some of them have told me that yes, it was like introspecting my own life, and it was a better journey to look into my life and find out what has worked and what has not worked. So
See, But if
homeopathic case taking, they felt
this is an
like a
guidance.
therapy.
This is a guide of case taking. If you find it without asking any questions, then it's okay. You don't consider it. It's fine. But if you do not find it in the chief complaint or whatever patient is talking to you, then you can ask these things. This is an guidance. Okay, masters guided us towards something. If it is difficult for you, you can ask these or look into these aspects of person, so you can find it.
So this was all about aphorism number 5, and we will meet in next episode with aphorism number 6. Till then, keep reading Organon. Thank you so much.
Thank you.